Hang on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, but now you're talking over the president.
On the road ahead,
Okay.
we will certainly encounter
Hang on.
many obstacles.
Except that there's no sound here.
But in the end, it is our
The
history that
president?
gives us hope
You mean
for
Obama?
tomorrow. It is the
You can't
knowledge
hear
that the
me,
men
and you
women
can
who
hear
came
Obama.
before us have triumphed
We can
over
hear you, but we
greater
cannot hear Obama.
trials than
Obama
Okay.
is quoting Paulo here.
that we live in places where ordinary
I tell
people
you
have
what
done
President
extraordinary
Obama
things.
said. If you
So
can't hear.
I think we're going to pull away from that and go back to Paulo directly.
Yeah.
All right. With
I
that,
tell
this is an adventure in technology, and we'll talk a little bit about sort of some of what you've done to kind of embrace technology and different things in a bit. But the first thing I think we wanted to talk about
is
was
how to fix technology so we can give a video conference.
we'll get there eventually. But the first thing we want to talk about is definitely the new book.
Yeah, but I cannot see you, but you can see me, right?
Yes, I can see you. Everyone can see you. We're all
Okay,
good.
let me tell you about President Obama. It was a surprise when President Obama went to Brazil. I think it was 2 months ago. Well, everybody was expecting his speech, and he did a fantastic speech in Rio de Janeiro. And at the end of the speech, he quoted me. Nobody knew, including me, that he was going to quote me. He quoted from one of my books, The Valkyries, that says that with the power of our will, we can change things. I do believe in that. So it was at the very same moment, as you can imagine, my phone started ringing, and they said, Obama talked about you. And I said, oh my God. And then I went to read the official speech by President Obama. I was not there. So I said, oh, he probably decided himself to do it. Later on, they put in the official speech. Okay, Mike, carry on.
Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about the new book, which is coming out here in September. It's out in a couple places already. I think we may have lost you again, which is, can you hear me? Whew. As we are discovering, technology makes all of this so much fun. All right. Let's see.
In Twitter, we say OMG, meaning, oh my God.
Yeah.
Every time that I finish a sentence, Skype collapses.
Yeah, this is this has been an interesting start to the attempted interview here, but
And Mike, may I tell you, you're sweating, you know, you're very...
there are lights here. It's
just
got nothing to
relax.
do with all the technology failing. It's very much about the lights. But let's try and talk a little bit about the new book. It is so it's coming out in September. It's very much a story of a journey, both physically and spiritually. So do you want to just give sort of an overview from your perspective of the new book and what it's about and sort of what it means to you?
Okay, so Aleph will be published in September by Knopf, which is an honor for me. I'm also very satisfied with HarperCollins, who is doing a fantastic job. But we decided to go to Knopf for the Aleph. Aleph is a book about let's put it this way, my spiritual crisis. You have this tendency of going to your comfort zone after a few years struggling, you say, okay, I'm there, I don't need to prove anything to anyone anymore. So I'm just going to relax, settle down. I have a small house in the mountains in the Pyrenees. And there I was for quite a few years, 2, 3, not traveling too much. And then one day I thought to myself, but what am I doing here? Is this my dream to be here, looking to the mountains? There is nothing wrong to look to the mountains, but my dream was to be a writer, was to understand the meaning of life, to try to move forward in my own spiritual progress. And then I decided to take this journey. I decided to leave home. I said, I'm going to travel for 4 months. I went to the London Book Fair, and I was there. And because I had another thing to do. Not because I was in the book fair itself, because my agent, Monica, she forbids me to go to book fairs. But there I was, and then I went to the lobby, and all my publishers were there in this hotel. And I said, the only way that I can start traveling now is by committing myself to events. And so I went downstairs, and the first thing that a publisher asks you is, hello, Paulo Coelho, how are you? When are you going to visit my country? And the first publisher, it was from Tunisia. And I said, in 1 week. And he said, what? He said, in 1 week. And Monica, my agent, she was a little bit desperate. And then the second publisher came from Bulgaria, said, oh, Paulo, how are you? When are you going to visit Bulgaria? I said, in 2 weeks. and so on. So at the end of 15 minutes, Monica was almost crying because she has a responsibility towards me, and I had my schedule half full. There was a dinner with my publisher, my Russian publisher. So we went to the dinner, and she said, what is going on? She said to me in Portuguese. And I said, Monica, I cannot just stay at home. I need to contact people. I need to contact my reader. I need to understand my task, my work. And so in the dinner with the Russian publisher,